You just purchased your Brother Stellaire 2, and now it's time to go take a look at what's inside the box. So you've unpacked your Brother Stellaire 2. Let's take a look at everything that's included. We're going to start with the feet. The first foot that you're going to have is your J foot. It is a commonly used foot that you will have, and the little button on the side will push in to keep that foot level. Our next foot is the N foot, which is an advanced monogramming foot. And the next one is the G foot. This one is your overcasting foot. So it's got a little bar right here in the middle to form those overcasting stitches. Our next one is the zipper. You know what that is for. That's to install all of your zippers, and it sometimes comes in handy for other stitches. The next foot is the A. We use this to put in those fantastic buttonholes with one push of the button. The next foot is the R foot, and that is for when anyone asks you to hem their pants. This is the blind hem stitch foot. The next foot you have is the M foot. This is for installing your buttons using your machine. You'll notice that the foot bends down a little bit right here. It has a little bit of flex. This lever pushes out in the middle right here so that you're able to adjust the width and have some room over your button so it can be installed on a thicker piece of material. The next foot is one of my favorites. This is the compact dual feed foot, and you use it with your regular dual foot. You put this on, and right here, this will move and it will pull your fabrics through from the top while your feed dogs pull from underneath. This is great when you're putting in things that are a little bit heavier material, or it's also great for bindings. Our next foot is the straight stitch foot. That single hole in there will keep everything nice and straight. Then we get into some more fun feet. This is the free motion foot that lets you drop those feed dogs and stitch anything you want on top of your material to quilt it. And then we're to your free motion quilting foot. Right here, it's got a little hole that allows you to keep quilting all those fabulous designs. The next foot is the free motion echo foot. You're gonna need an adapter to install this foot and use it. But this one is great for going around things and using the lines to create an echo effect. Our next foot is that wiper foot. You're going to love using this for embroidery. It has a little foot that will go back and forth that cuts and moves your thread out of the way so it's ready for your next embroidery threads. The next one is the workhorse. This is your 1/4 inch foot, and it is perfect for getting those 1/4 inch seams. The next thing we have is an adapter and a screw. That's for changing out and using different feet. You also get an assortment of needles to use with your machine, so you're ready to go. You have regular needles, you have some twin needles, and you have some ballpoint needles. You're ready to start sewing. You'll get an assortment of 10 bobbins to go with your machine. We highly recommend you only use Brother Bobbins. You're also going to get a seam ripper, just in case you make a few mistakes. Keep that thing handy. You have a little pair of scissors that come with your machine, which are great for snipping those threads. This next tool is a great one, but people often don't know what it is. It's an eyelet punch. Sometimes you use it at the bottom of a button, or there is an eyelet stitch that you can use to punch out the middle of this. This is a cleaning brush. This is great to clean out your bobbin case, and we highly recommend that you clean your bobbin case after every project. You also have an assortment of screwdrivers. Some are small and some are a little bit larger. You're going to find that some are better for different uses. We also want to take a close look at your needle plate, because if you look at it, right here, it's going to have a little slot that this will fit into and pull back, and that is how you lift your needle plate cover. So you'll want to keep this one handy just for that. These are all different spool caps. You're going to find that depending on the size of the spool, you'll want to change your spool cap to match as closely as you can. Next up, we have a bobbin clip. You actually get 10 of them. Once you've filled your bobbin, this will just clip on there to help hold your threads in place. You have a couple of spool felt rings. You have a couple of spool nets, and these are to be used with a spool of thread by placing it over and running the thread up through. So now your thread will pull up through and stay on the thread instead of pulling at the bottom. This is an embroidery needle plate cover. And you also have a touch pen for touching your screen. This is your knee lift. This inserts in the front of your machine, and it's great because you can use your knee to lift up your sewing foot. This is the advanced multifunction foot controller. You're gonna love this if you haven't sewed with one before. You're able to program it for exactly what you wanna do. Maybe you want it to cut your thread, or maybe you want it to lift your sewing foot. It's up to you. You have a standard bobbin case that has this little green screw, and then you have an alternate bobbin case with a purple dot in it. This is the straight needle plate. When you look at this, you're gonna notice that the opening just has a single hole, and so it will improve your straight stitch, but be careful if you change to a zigzag because the needle will not go back and forth. You have 3 different bobbin cover options. This one has a little cord guide. This one has some markings to help you achieve a 1/4 inch and 5/8 seam, and this one is just blank. Your machine comes with 4 embroidery hoops, from a 9.5 by 14 to this cute little 4 by 4. They also come with a decal set that lays in here for perfect positioning. You received embroidery positioning stickers, lens calibration sheet, and a grid sheet set. You have embroidery bobbin thread that is a 60 weight thread. It's great to fill up your bobbins when you're doing embroidery so you can get a little bit more done. And you also have some stabilizer that you can use for embroidery. This is a bobbin center pin. This is to drop in your bobbin case and to use when you're using pre-wound bobbins. This is your accessory case. It holds most of your feet and a lot of your accessories. The spool support will attach to the back of your machine. Let's show you how to set it up. You'll start with a telescopic threading pole, and it will attach in the middle with the screws that are included. You'll also put the spool pins in on both sides. You'll use the spool holders if you have cones of thread to hold them in place. If not, you'll just put your thread on, and you have a spool cap holder, and you have a spool cap to hold your thread in place. You also are able to do couching on your machine. You have your embroidery couching foot, you have a yarn guide for your embroidery machine, and they even give you this little yarn threader. You have your machine literature, including your operation manual and your quick reference guide that will help get you going a little bit faster. Last but not least, you'll have your embroidery arm that attaches to your machine when you're ready to do embroidery. And that's it. You're ready to start sewing on your Brother Stellaire 2.